Good afternoon, Necedah High School students, parents, and faculty. We are obviously entering a new phase here where on Thursday, November 19th, we're going to be moving to fully virtual for the rest of November and then December. And so I wanted to share with you some of the structures that we have in place for students and how our schedule is changing. So parents, this video is for you, and students, this is for you also, and then staff, this is to make sure that the things that we talked about this morning are actually what I'm saying. So um, here we go. So parents, I've had this button on here for all of our updates, the parents guide. When you click on that and you go into the parents guide, you're going to have all the links to information that I'm going to be sharing. There's links now for high school fully virtual structure and any of the other family protocols and things that we're going to be discussing here. So you always have this document that you can use. And getting back into our update here, students, our habit of mind focus this week is listening, communicating with empathy and understanding. And I don't think, there isn't any other time when this is more important than right now, when we can't see each other face to face and have those conversations. We have to do it on a Google Meet or if I'm doing a driveway check-in or whatever the case is. So when we're fully virtual, we need to make sure that we're asking questions, we're sending clarifying emails, we're requesting Google Meets to check in, because those things are extremely important to make sure that we're all on the same page. And so that's really, really important. Moving down into our virtual structure, I want to discuss this in detail with students so they get a clear understanding of this. So I'm going to make this a little bit larger here so we can see here. Okay, so a couple things in our schedule. Our classes are meeting instructionally in the mornings. And so when you look down here, you're going to see our odd day schedule. On odd days, that means like on November 19th, we're going to have our odd hours meet. And then on November 20th, on Friday, we're going to have our even classes meet. Those classes will meet at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 11 o'clock. And that's where that instruction is going to be provided. And so you are not going to, students, you do not have to submit any virtual attendance forms or anything like that, because your teachers will have Google Meet links for all those hours. You have to meet in that Google Meet for attendance. So that's how your staff are checking in with you and they're getting attendance is through that Google Meet. So first hour, if you have pre-calc with Mr. Wilcox, he will have a Google Meet link in his activity feed in Brightspace. Everything is in Brightspace. So you can just click on that Google Meet link and then you're in the meet, and then you're checking in with Mr. Wilcox. He may stay on the meet with you, and he may provide instruction and the lessons for the day, or he may have some videos that he's going to have share, and then work with a couple kids. He's going to be teaching, so that's how that's going to work. In the afternoon, we have resource and work time and check-in with staff. So they're going to be available. So the idea is that you're not just having work during your class period in the morning. Then you're going to have additional things that you're going to need to work on in the afternoon, so that you are getting that practice with what you're learning. And then staff are going to be available with on Google Meets and those types of things to be able to check in with you. So Pride Time is happening on our odd days. So you're required to meet and check in for that. That's going to be a Google Meet as well. It's going to be right in your Pride Time class. And so everything is going to be in Brightspace. You go into Brightspace, you got this schedule here, you're ready to go. It's important to know, though, that your attendance is you going to class on your Google Meet. That is extremely important. Okay, so that's going to be happening. We are not going to be disabling the attendance sheets right now, because we're not going to need them starting on Thursday, November 19th. So again, your attendance is required, and it's going to be taken daily in those classes. Okay. Another point here, students, I just wanted to share is in your update that I sent out to you as soon as the internet. Okay, here we go. You have a fully virtual schedule that you can make a copy of because it's going to make you make a copy. So we're going to make a copy. As soon as Google Meet gets going here, you like to do things live so that people can see what it looks like, and then it takes forever, and then you got to listen to me. Okay, so then you have your. Okay, well, it's taking a while to load, but you can name this whatever. There we go. We can name this um, Mark's fully virtual schedule. Then I can put my classes in, um, and I can share, and I can put, I got pre-calc, like I mentioned with Mr. Wilcox. And then third hour, I have E for E with Mr. Horbinski. And then seventh hour, I have English with Mr. Lentz. Then I know, and you get the idea here. But then you could make some notes if you want to put some links into to things. You could do that, but you know what when you have to meet and what you have, and then you can share that with your parents. So I will share that with. Well, I'm not going to share it, but you get the idea here. So you have this that it can help you stay organized. So if you want to put that in a Google Calendar or something like that, you can do that. But everything's pretty laid out there, nice. 8, 9, 10, 11 are the times when you have to go to class and check in on those meets, and then learn. So the afternoon, as we mentioned, the afternoon is specifically time for you to work, get help on things. So when you have a question about pre-calc, when you have that extra homework that you need to work on, you can check in with Mr. Wilcox on that. When you have a question about your essay from Mr. Lentz or Miss Process, you can go into their Google Meet and ask them a question about that, or send them an email, and they may set up a meet with you. So that's kind of how that's going to work. Teachers are going to be flexible in the afternoon, but know that you're going to have things that you're going to need to complete. So I'm going to click back on here. Those are the big things that I wanted to share. This is started on November 19th. And I think it's just really important that we're on the same page. And so I'm going to be trying to provide updates as much as I can with things. I'm going to continue with sharing out morning minutes. I don't know that we'll be having Google Meets like we did I had in the spring when we were virtual. So we're hoping that this is just for a short time. We can kind of reset and get things back to where they need to be starting in January. So, folks, thank you very much. Hope you have a great afternoon, and don't forget to make it count. Hey, woo!